what are you doing, Mike? What are you doing? Why aren't you posting? Why don't you have videos? Why aren't you tweeting as much? Why? I don't know for sure. I have a flicker of an idea that feels like so faint and so brief and so barely real that by trying to identify it, it's like a flame, it's like a flicker of a flame that'll go out. And yeah, things are good though. I'm trying to get a little bit better every day. Because sometimes, and this is the reason that I've started filming this, was to say this, not just to talk about myself. You have to take a step backward to take many steps forward. And that's something that I was, actually, I didn't even think about this, but emailing with a coaching client this morning who is gonna have a little bone shaved off. He needs shoulder surgery, and he's jacked out of his mind, and he's concerned about the step back and losing some of his physique. And it's sometimes in life, you just, like, to get better, to continue towards your destiny, towards your potential, you need to either stay where you are or take a step back. And really, it's what I want is airtight alignment of my intuition and my actions. And it just, I've been getting better at it every day. It requires work. It requires focus. It requires reviewing actions and being super honest and self-critical and honest in self-assessment, auditing oneself, which I'm historically the worst at, and I'm kind of decent, so a lot of people are really, really bad at. Like, do you actually know how much time you're spending on your cell phone? Do you actually know how much time you're spending on Instagram? Do you actually know how many hours of YouTube you watch a day? Like, those are things you should maybe be paying attention to if you care about fulfilling what you could be. And yeah, so I just, my focus hasn't been as much on making content for the last month, obviously. There's way less content than it has been on focusing on my day and what I'm doing throughout the day, and then adding a habit or taking away a habit every so often to make me into what I want to be, right? Like, not what other people want and not what other people think is good or bad, and not, like, I'm really anti-positive feedback these days because I think it's too satisfying, and no one, like, we all have our own expectations for ourselves, and some people we all have different expectations for ourselves. And what positive feedback can do is it can make you complacent, and it can make you feel like you're doing enough or feel like you're doing a good job, when we're all different and we all have our own, like, definition of what a good job is. And so, yeah, I'm just making a video partly because I want to talk about that, the one step forward or the one step back as a necessity to do things, to do more, and also because so many of you are just hitting me up on different platforms asking me where I am and telling me to make videos. So there's at least a little bit of a demand for it. But that's what I'm up to. I'm big on posting results only recently, not talking about what you're gonna do, but only saying things that you're doing or did. And so I'm not gonna make any content related promises or statements or anything, because I don't really know what the plan is, but yeah, things are good. There's something real to the idea of real, honest self-reflection and the adding and removing of habits to make your When your intuition and your actions aren't lining up, and when there's friction and when there's distance between them, you're just wasting time. And what time is time is life, right? Like, we have this much, 85 years, whatever. Maybe it's 50, maybe it's 110, maybe it's 21, depending on, life, depending on many factors, many of which are outside of our control. But your ability to bring intuition and action into one increases your potential, and it increases your ability to fulfill your potential, because it makes you faster and it makes you better. And I guess that's what I'm thinking about recently. Thank you for watching the video. I'll see you soon.